All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Definitely Not a Podcast, where we have people share their stories and aim to connect, engage, and learn from each other. I am here with my guest Lorenzo. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, in what sort of way would you like me to introduce myself?
I mean, you can say how we know each other. You can say, I guess whatever you want.
Okay, so we know each other, Andromeda and I know each other by work, and then but a little before that, it was a little before work. We met outside of work through
The baseball game, right?
yeah, it was. I think it was might have been right at the baseball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I think it was a good time at the baseball game, but
Oh, it was a fun game, and I was not even employed at the.
Yeah.
I'll say we work at a donut shop. I won't say which one,
no,
but at the donut shop, I wasn't even employed there when I was invited to the baseball game.
no, it was like not even your first week. It was like your first training day.
I think it was even before that. It was like a week before that. 'Cause I don't think I was interviewed at that point.
So that was your introduction night for all the people.
It was pretty fun. But then when I did start working, I forgot all of those people.
Oh
and then
my
I was
gosh!
And I'm like, okay, I'm working with these people now. This is weird.
Were you a little? Oh my! Were you
Like?
Did,
It's all good.
With all the people that you met now, though, do
I like them?
Yeah.
I like some of them.
Do you want to go into?
We'll do that when we have our boss on the podcast.
Okay.
Because I want him to come on and so I can instill drama.
Oh.
And I think that'll be really funny.
Well, we don't need no drama at the shop.
We don't need it, but I think it would be fun to have him on, and I just drop all these bombs that I know about these people.
To see his reaction. Oh, okay. Fair.
All right, so we are going to be playing We Are Not Really Strangers. A lot of people have probably heard about this game. It's pretty simple. We just ask questions and get to know each other. So we'll start with the level 1 questions, and then we go to the level 3, which will get progressively more like deep as we go.
Okay.
But we're not going to do every card, but we will go through at least a couple.
Are we going to
Do you want to go back and forth?
Do you want to?
Okay. We can do that. Sure. All right, we'll start with an easy one. Do I seem like a morning person or a night owl? Why?
Do I seem or do you?
Do I seem? For you to answer, for me to ask.
I'm going to say you're more of a night owl.
Really?
Because when you get into work, you're like, I'm just immediately tired.
Well, it's funny because I think I am a morning person. It's only work.
It just takes time for you to...
It does.
Okay,
yeah.
I get
it does
that.
Take a little
Same
bit of time.
thing with me. I'm like, I have 2 alarms.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I do. But we also work at a donut shop, so we wake up really early to get those donuts together. So that's my excuse. But
I don't know.
Yeah, your turn on the card.
Ooh. What compliment do you think I hear the most?
I don't know. It's hard for me to think about a compliment because obviously we work together, and it would be something that the customer says to you, right? I bet they would say something like, "Oh, I really like your necklace," or "You have really nice eyes," or something weird like that.
Never heard the eyes part. Never heard the eyes part. Nope.
Yeah, that would be my guess. I don't know.
But I did hear one necklace.
I mean, you do. You have nice necklaces stacked up right there.
Yeah, I chose to wear both of them today, so.
That's a good choice. You usually wear like a big chunky one though. At work.
It's usually this one, but then this one I try to keep at home so I don't mess it up at work.
That's fair. It is a very messy job after all.
Getting all that glaze everywhere.
Okay. Do you think I was popular in school? Explain.
I think you weren't really popular, but you were really loved by your peers, by the people that you knew.
That might be the case. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people just didn't acknowledge my existence. I was very kept to myself.
And I think that's why
Yeah.
that you were more kept to
Yeah.
yourself.
But I also think people didn't go out of their way to get to know me either. And that's not a
Yeah,
thing I want to. I don't think that's a me problem. I think that's, or
it's a
maybe it
them
is. I
problem.
think it is. Yeah.
Because I feel like with high school, um, I think with high school it's just people are a lot more self-centered.
Yeah.
They don't learn how to think about other people
Yeah.
and what they go through.
Mhm.
That's when I think that's when it's like they realize that
Mhm.
right at college or a little after
Mhm.
college is like, oh, other people have feelings too. So
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
they have a
Maybe
whole life
we do.
story as well. So all right, and it's
Well, we'll start. Yeah. Well, unless you want us to get into the deeper questions already, we can go to the
are we
second one.
doing another level one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I pulled that card.
Hmm. All right. This one. If my okay, we're doing if MySpace were still a thing, what would my profile song be?
Oh, okay. I know that you like a lot of rap music, probably
True.
something along those lines.
I am wearing an Outcast t-shirt.
I didn't notice that. I probably should have guessed that because when we went to that Omar Apollo concert, you saw that the Outcast had the ad and that you wanted to go see
Yes,
him.
I wanted to go see
Maybe it
it.
would be an Outcast song, but initially I'm like probably some Tyler the Creator song.
Mm.
That was my initial guess.
I am listening to a lot of Chromacopia right
Yeah.
now and a lot of his older stuff. So,
You know what? I still haven't heard his new album.
dude, it's so good.
Maybe on my drive
Honestly,
home when we're done here, I'll listen to
yo,
it.
honestly, I might listen on the way home
That's fair.
on repeat.
On repeat. Yeah, we gotta get prepared for the concert when it comes down to Denver.
Oh, we gotta see if the tickets aren't
Too
too
expensive.
pricey.
Yeah, that's why we get our boss to pay for him, and we're making it a company retreat.
That I think the retreat part would not be so much for other people like Roy or Lori.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. But you know what? Because everyone else would want to go to the concert, they would also go. So, anyway, next card. Do I seem like a cat or dog person?
Mm, I'm getting cat. I'm getting cat.
Here's my thing, okay? Everyone says that I seem like a cat person. I've never had a cat. I don't really like cats.
Really, you don't like cats, so you're more of a
No.
dog person then?
Yeah.
Okay, that changed a
It
little
changed your
bit. A
entire
little
perception
bit,
of
yeah.
me.
A little, not the whole thing, but like a
Yeah,
little bit.
that's really funny. Yeah.
I thought because you were more kept to yourself, that I spend a lot of
Mhm.
people who are more kept to themselves who are cat people.
That's where I think people get it mixed up. Is because I act like a cat, but
You,
I'm not a cat
I
person.
act like a
Yeah.
cat. I act like the cat. I am that
Exactly, I
cat.
am that cat. All
All
right.
right. Oh my god. Okay. What character would I play in a movie? Mm.
I gotta choose real carefully for a second because my first instinct was Boys in the.
Boys in the Hood.
I
You're
forgot their
thinking
names.
okay. You're thinking I'm Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban's character.
Maybe I don't remember who the actors are in the movie. To be honest with
Yeah,
you.
he was the guy who was
Mhm.
just basically introduced to the hood.
Oh. Maybe that is
Because I
you.
was like, yep.
Dang, I'll have to rewatch that movie. Um,
You said Boys in the Hood, and
I just thought Boys in the Hood, and I'm like, somehow you are on one of those characters. I don't care which one it is, you are one of them.
What if I was the guy who could take everybody out the hood, but then. Mm.
Dang, that's crazy. Anyway, I think it's time for us to go deeper.
Oh,
We'll go
darn.
into the level 2 questions. What's been your happiest memory this past year?
Either between the Omar Apollo concert or I'm gonna have to go deeper in thought, I would have to say probably hmm, something with the family. When we went to
Hmm.
we we just recently went to go see that Piece by Piece movie, and
Oh,
that was pretty good movie, and it was a
mhm,
pretty good family outing. I
yeah.
think that was. I wouldn't say it's just like a moment. It's like a bunch of moments, like going out to the movies with my
Hmm.
family.
I like that. I like more importantly that you didn't mention the Omar Apollo concert because I left literally like
I did
I
mention it.
okay, I had a sinus infection that day and I was dying I before the concert and I was like I don't know if I should even go. I ended up just powering through it and going anyway. And when I was at the concert, I was like, okay, I have to go home.
I
And
thought
I was only there for the opening act.
I thought you said so. You said you were dying to be on the inside, and I thought you meant that because there was a long ass line that you were in for the merch,
Yeah.
and you were waiting for
Mhm.
the long line, and so I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I see why you're dying
Right?
on the inside because you
No,
had to
I was
stand in that
dying
line."
because everyone at Red Rocks was smoking and I had a
No, yeah,
sinus
that
infection.
too, that too. There was
Yeah.
a
But you
lot
know
of
what? It's okay. I was there for the opening act.
there for the opening act and a little
Hmm.
bit for the second,
A little bit. Yeah.
but then
Hmm.
yeah, sadly you had to go.
I'm glad it was still a good time for you and our other coworkers, though.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, your turn.
And it's in the middle
Yeah.
piece right here. Okay,
Just one
let's
of those.
do level two. If you could have it your way, who would you be with? Where would you be? And what would you be doing?
Mm,
Hmm.
I mean, honestly, I have two answers for this. And honestly, there is no other place I would rather be than right here, right now with you doing this podcast. Because I think I've been talking to you about it for over a month now. And
Yeah.
I'm so excited every time. And today was finally the day that we sat down and recorded it.
You were trying to
So,
get me to schedule a date so
I
so
know.
much. You're
I
like
know.
telling me every day we
Mhm.
saw each other.
Yeah.
So when's that
I
podcast?
know.
I was like,
What day are you open?
when they open,
Give
I'm
me a
gonna
day and a
call
time.
text you about the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess my other answer would literally just be with me and my boyfriend in LA doing whatever,
Doing
doing the film
this
stuff.
or
I mean, ideally, I'd be doing this, but the only way I could do this is if I had money.
yes,
So,
and being in
yeah,
LA
yeah.
is
It's a lot.
costing.
It is a lot. Hmm. All right. I'll just pull this one. Oh, this is a long one. Okay. Wait, you just pulled this one.
Yeah. I was trying to
I'm sorry.
figure out like where to put it.
Okay. What part of your life works? What part of your life hurts?
Mm. Mm. You know, being
Oh
as a
boy.
PC gamer,
Okay.
I am in this habit of like just, and this is the part where it hurts, is like a habit of just playing one game and sticking on that game for like a month
Hmm.
and just not being adventurous
Mhm.
and being playing other games. So my games right now are Apex, Overwatch,
Mhm.
and just all the games that you it's just rage inducing, I feel
Okay.
like at this point.
Mhm.
So, but I'm gonna end it on a good note and say that the things that work, um, I'm gonna say being able to get up, motivate myself to get through the day,
Mhm.
and being at work when it, like you said, we have to be up at so early in the morning,
Mhm.
and just getting on and
Mhm.
getting through it and doing it for y'all and for the fam.
Yeah. It's funny. I was talking to Morgan the other day. I guess I shouldn't say other day. It was like the first month when I started working. And you said I was washing all of the trays for you, which is a really big feat because obviously at a donut shop you have a lot of
Yeah,
dishes to do. and you were like, "Yeah, I can't." Well, you said something along the lines of, "You're you're not able to like leave work early because the trays have to be done." So I
Yeah.
had stayed late, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm washing every single tray,"
And I
because
appreciate you
it's
for that.
because you work so hard at the donut shop. Like you do so much. You've been there almost since the beginning of the shop opening, right?
Probably, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say a few months, if not a year
Yeah.
after.
So I was like, I'm just gonna do this nice thing for Lorenzo because he's probably dying right
Maybe physically,
Mhm.
but like mentally,
Mhm.
no, well, not maybe physically, maybe mentally.
Yeah.
When at the near the end of the day, when I'm just like trying to
Mhm.
get myself home and just relax
Relax.
after
Yeah.
already being up since 3 in the morning. So,
All right. We'll do one more level 2, and then we'll go to the level 3 cards.
all right. Wild card swap seats with your partner.
I guess it is a weird
Sorry.
one. We'll do it.
Bring my water bottle. I get the swivel chair now. Oh, sorry, Mike. Oh, and sorry, you. Okay.
Are the cameras still good in this place? Okay.
Okay. I get the swivel chair
I
now.
know. All right. We'll go into the deeper questions now. Wait, is this? No, this is level 2. Okay. What question were you most afraid to answer?
That I've been asked,
I
or
think that you've like that I asked you in this game.
okay. I'm gonna say probably. I'm gonna say what what works and what hurts in my life,
Yeah.
because I don't want to get too deep into it, but like it's like I just don't know what to put on right now, what works and
Yeah.
what hurts in my life right now, since I'm just kind of, I feel like in a new stage in my life where um I'm a little bit more to myself,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm okay with that. Whereas opposed where was by myself before,
Mm-hmm.
and I was felt like I'm not not at a good place.
Yeah.
So
Do you feel like you're in a better place now?
I feel like I'm getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I just feel like I need to find out a little bit more about who I am as a person,
Mm-hmm.
but then find out who or what my beliefs are,
Mm-hmm.
and who can be there at the end.
Well, that's okay. I mean, we're all going through life and figuring it out. My parents don't have it figured out, and they're like 3 times my age.
Mm.
So, if that doesn't tell you, you know what, Roy and Lori don't even have it
Yeah,
figured out, and they
they
literally.
they seem like they haven't figured out, but then I still see that they're struggling at things a little bit. But
Yeah.
then with they are able to give us like advice
Mm-hmm.
for stuff that we are going through at that moment.
Yeah. And you know what? That's even the core of what this podcast is just sharing stories. And at the end of the day, I think that it's an important perspective because we're all going through that and you don't feel alone,
Yeah,
you know? Even the people we work with, they're all struggling too.
yeah,
No matter, I won't get into the specifics of it, but I think you know which of the group I'm talking about.
yeah. A lot of people struggle. A lot of people. All right. Let's see. Yeah, this is. All right. What do you think my defining characteristic is?
Defining characteristic? I think you're just a very outgoing person, to be honest. Like, especially at work, because you're definitely the one that brings out the best in people, I think, is a really defining characteristic of you, you know? And I
And you,
think everyone else would say the same thing.
yeah, I do get that a lot. That I'm very outgoing
Yeah.
and very like loud and very just out there, you
Yeah.
know. But like honestly, I am when I'm out there and I feel like I'm getting a little too hyper or a little too rowdy,
Yeah.
I try to get back into my shell and just
Mhm.
because I don't want to make
Yeah.
other people feel uncomfortable like I did before. So
Yeah. I get that. 100%. Oh, I hit the mic.
head
Okay.
banging the mic there.
Okay. What do you think our most important similarity is?
I'm gonna say music first, but
Okay.
like on a more I think maybe just music. I don't
Mhm.
know because we haven't really hung out with each other that much.
Yeah, this is the first time
We
we've
have
hung
like
out.
sat
Yeah.
down and just like actually talk because when we're at work, we're just have that little time of like
Yeah.
getting to know each other.
And it's
But
still
then,
work.
yeah,
Yeah.
it still works. So we got time to talk, but we don't have time to like
Get to know
dive
each
deep.
other. Yeah. Feel the same way. All right. I'll have you pull the last card.
And on a good note. All right. Ooh, yeah. How would you describe me to a stranger?
I'd be like, so I work with this guy Lorenzo. We both work at a donut shop together. He's a very outgoing person. You would really like him. That's how I would describe you.
Really? Just really outgoing and
Really? That's the one word?
loud, outgoing.
That's funny.
Well, I get that. Yeah. I think, and we were just talking about,
Yeah.
I was talking about it with your boyfriend.
Mhm.
He said that he doesn't really have much to go on as well, just that
Mhm.
I'm a nice person, caring, and just
Mhm.
that's about it.
Yeah. You know what? We'll do some stuff together. We'll do more than just the Omar Apollo concert.
Yeah.
We'll get to know each other
Well,
more.
we'll hang out of work,
Yeah.
probably at like not a
Yeah.
baseball game again,
It's okay. Honestly, I feel like I've gotten to know you a lot over this short amount of time that we've been recording,
for
though.
sure.
You know. That being said, is there anything else you want to leave the viewers with? Anything else you want to say?
Mm. Do you want me to like go deep or like
You can do
just
whatever you want.
surface?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say surface then. Live life, do good, and actually do your best.
Well, thank you so much, Lorenzo, for being on the podcast today.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. I loved being here. It was a good time.
Okay, and we'll end it there.
Nice.
Yeah.